Hey, what's going on? This is Sports Truth. I'm your host, Jordan Harris. So, today we're going to talk about Cam Ward and his visit to Florida State. More than that, we're going to talk about what does it really mean. So, him going to Florida State for this visit, what does it tell us about this whole situation? Let's get into that, okay? So, first, let's rewind a little bit. We'll talk about the fact that, Cam Ward went to Washington State. He had an outstanding season this past year. He decided to transfer and he put out, I think it was four different schools that he was interested in. Two of those schools was Miami and Florida State. So earlier this week, he decided to go to Miami. First visit was to Miami. Pictures leaked out, and they showed, I wouldn't say leaked, they were actually posted, right? So there was pictures with Cam Ward, with the head coach, Mario Cristobal. Also pictures of Cam Ward with Rick Ross, which if some of y'all think that's weird, cool, I think so too. It's just a little surprising, but whatever. Um, so that happened. And when that happened, I saw and heard Miami fans all over the place, whether it was YouTube, Twitter, wherever it was, like jumping for joy, saying like, "Yeah, Cam Ward is going to sign. Cam Ward is going to commit to the Hurricanes." And my response to those people was RELAX. Just like Aaron Rodgers said, baby. That was my response. Everybody, chill out. This is his first visit. He's supposed to smile in the pictures. He's supposed to look happy in the pictures. He's supposed to do all of the things that we saw him doing in this visit. So I was like, relax. And then the next thing I said was, in a few days, probably in a week or so, we'll probably see pictures of Cam Ward smiling and yucking it up with Florida State people, with their head coach, with some of their players. It's just what happens in this process. So I was trying to relax people, calm people down, and say, hey, y'all, these pictures does not tell us that he's definitely going to sign with the Hurricanes. This is just part of the game. So whenever Cam Ward did leave campus and there was no word of him committing to Miami, those same fans who were jumping for joy with that picture or about that picture, those same fans were looking like they was going to jump off the nearest building because they were just so distraught with him leaving and not committing. So once again, people, we got to relax a little bit. This is just part of the process, all right? Just go along for the ride. There is something that I want people to understand, though. There's a phrase that I think is important for us all to understand, which is the phrase is due diligence, okay? So, like some of you probably know that I own some businesses. Recently, we were interviewing for a director of sales. So I interviewed the first person. He did really well, and I'm thinking I probably should hire that dude. But then I said, no, let me do some due diligence and just hire a couple more people because you always want to have three examples, right? So I was like, let me interview a couple more people. Second person interviewed, she killed it. So I was like, I definitely should hire her. She's better than the first person. And I said, nope, I'm going to interview one more person. The last person I interviewed sucked. I was like, definitely not going to interview him. I ended up interviewing the second person. So she's our director of sales now. She's been here for about a year now. But anyway, the reason why I say that is, was I upset? Or first, was I happy that I ended up interviewing more than one person? Absolutely, because I would have interviewed the first person and I had a chance to hire the person that really needed to be hired. And then, was I upset that I wasted time interviewing the third person because the second person was better than the third? No, I was not, because that's just part of due diligence. So, I say all of that to say that is the same process that Cam Ward is going through right now. Whether he loves Miami and he wants to sign right now or he hates Miami, he's got to exercise that due diligence and just go through the process, and once it's all finished, he'll be able to make the best decision on that. Okay? So, now let's get a little bit deeper and talk about what this visit really means, or what it tells me, at least. I'll tell you all what it tells me. First, Cam Ward is supposedly at Florida State right now. He's in Tallahassee. Okay. Looking at those ashy jerseys up close. Looking at those ashy jerseys in Tallahassee up close. God bless him. Hopefully he sees those ashy burgundy and gold jerseys and moonwalk right out of there. But anyway, so it was rumored that Cam Ward would visit Florida State not this week, but next week. It was also rumored that DJU, please don't make me pronounce his name. I don't like messing people's last names up because last names are important. People's names are important, and I don't want to tear his name up. So I'm just going to call him DJU. All right. It was rumored that DJU would visit Florida State this weekend, and Cam Ward would visit Florida State like a few days after that, so next week. Well, Cam Ward surprised everybody and just decided to drive straight to Tallahassee from Miami. Surprised everybody, right? So that right there tells me one of two things. And this is basically what the whole video is about. What does this visit tell us? It tells me one of two things. One, it says that he is either okay, let's talk about the first option. The first option is that he is truly interested in Florida State. And the reason why I say he is truly interested is because he made an attempt to get there before DJU got there. If I was really, really interested in playing for a program and I knew that there was somebody else who was really interested in playing for that same program, if I knew they were going to be there this weekend, I would try to get there before them and sign and commit before they had the opportunity to, right? So that is the first option that this whole visit tells me, okay? What is the second thing that this visit could tell me? It's one of two things, if you ask me. The other thing is, and this is what I think, I believe that Cam Ward really liked, and this is not what I'm hoping, this is actually what I believe. I really believe this from an objective standpoint. I think that he really liked what Miami was talking about. I don't know what kind of offer they gave him. I'm not an insider. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm cool with the businesses that I run here. I don't need to be a college football insider. That's for somebody else to do. I think he really liked whatever Miami offered him as far as the NIL deals, as far as the weapons that he'll be able to play with, the people that are coming back, the defense that Miami puts on the field. I think he really liked everything that they told him, and he was ready to commit. But then he said, well, while I'm here, let me just run down here real quick and see if they can do anything near what Miami is talking about. And if they can't do anything near what Miami's talking about, then I'm going to commit with them real quick. That's what I think is happening here. I think he went to Miami, and I think he was really impressed. I think he was impressed more than he thought he would be. And then he was like, man, I actually would make a decision right now. But let me go ahead and go through this due diligence process and look at Florida State real quick. While waiting another week, let me just go down there real quick and see if they can get anywhere near what the Hurricanes are offering. And if not, I'm just going to go ahead and sign with the Hurricanes. That's what I'm thinking. So once again, one of two things this whole visit tells me is he is either super, super interested and maybe even wanting to commit to Florida State today, that interested. Or number two, he really liked what Miami is talking about, and he wants to sign with them immediately. He just wants to get this process over with. That's my thoughts on it. One of two things. I don't think there's really any other schools involved. I don't think Ohio State really is an option anymore. I'm thinking it's most likely down to these two schools. And I think that he'll be making his decision really quick. I also think if he does not, since he went there and beat DJU on campus, my thought process is that if he does not commit to Florida State while he's on Florida State's campus, then he's going to choose Miami. That's my thought process on it. Please don't make me go into this brain and explain how I came up with that process, but I think if he goes, so he made an effort to get to Florida State real quick. If he does not get there and say, yeah, I want to sign today, this is the thing, then that makes me feel like he went to Florida State just as a due diligence process, and he really has signing with Miami in mind. So that's my thoughts on it. Really curious to know what y'all think. Please leave those comments in the comment section. As I always say, I'm super involved in the comment section. I answer almost every question, respond to it one way or another, even the negative ones. I respond to those, right? So it's part of the game. I understand that. But yeah, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are working to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We've got just a couple of handfuls of days left. So please do help us meet that goal. Subscribing does not cost you any money. It does not cost you any time. All it costs you is one click of a button. If it costs you anything other than that, I wouldn't ask you for it because I have enough of just about everything else. I just need subscribers. So thank you for watching the video. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I truly appreciate that. So God bless. Take care. Peace.